Was what should Superman represent today? A new Superman, if you're going to make a new Superman, what should that look like? And it struck me as it would be a real opportunity lost if we had Clark Kent replaced by another straight white savior. So here was an opportunity to create a Superman who could represent a whole new group of people.
You know, Andrew, I think being in this business for as long as I am, you kind of develop an internal BS detector. And yet when I was watching that writer during the CNN interview that you had as part of your report, I don't know if he's sincere or if he's taking the piss out of us. What are your thoughts on that?
That's what I gathered, David, is that he knows exactly what he's doing. He's not dedicated to this social justice point of view in the comic. Some people have got to know that this is not what comic fans are looking for, even if they are maybe paid to bring in, a social justice point of view like this. But he's wearing the Superman rainbow pride shirt. He's saying all the buzzwords like Black Lives Matter and refugees, and he's making out white male, we can't waste this on another cis white male sort of thing. So he's checking off all the boxes, and it doesn't seem sincere, as you note.
Yeah, but I hope he's doing this tongue in cheek. But these days it's hard to tell parody from reality, Andrew. And you're right. That one quote, that's what got my antenna quivering. It would be an opportunity lost if we had Clark Kent replaced by another straight white savior. When I go to a comic book, Andrew, I'm looking for escapism. I'm not looking for critical race theory via a graphic novel.
How often are you looking to escape, David?
Oh, these days, just about every hour.
Well, I think it's, for lack of a better term, a psyop, David Menzies. We've got this easily spoken about on conservative media where we're going, can you believe they're changing this character to another social justice left-wing trope? And on the left wing, they're saying, can we believe that the conservatives can't accept just somebody because they're gay and because it's a comic book that's changing and wants to be inclusive and represent different people? It's got both sides talking about it, and I think it's just one of those things where it's a news story that can get passed around and get everybody clicks. I don't think there's a lot of energy behind it otherwise, because I don't know how many people are buying the copy of this issue without this publicity. There's you, there's Kevin Smith, and I'm not sure who else.
Yeah, well, I don't think I'm going to be buying it. I think I'm in the camp of Dean Cain. I was reading in the paper today. He's speaking out, and good for him. Probably it's going to end his career once and for all. But he says something profound. This would have been, edgy and out there maybe 20 years ago. Not so much now. We've already got I think a gay Robin, a gay Captain America. Thor has been transformed into a female. The list goes on. But what Dean Cain said, and I thought this was very profound, what would have been really edgy would have been to have this Superman go to defend the rights of gay people in Iran, in Afghanistan. But DC or any other comic publisher, they're not going to touch that with the proverbial 10-foot pole, are they?
Well, TV Superman also said that it would have been an edgier thing to do 20, 30 years ago, which is completely true. Now, I was watching a debate yesterday with the great Michael Knowles from Daily Wire, and he was talking to a guy, and it's sort of the same deal here, where I'm seeing somebody I know debate somebody I've never heard of who has 1 million followers, let's say. But because it's so easy for someone to come out here and say, progressive this and refugees that, and get all this attention and get all these viewers. It's no new ideas here. The idea that we're changing a superhero to be more progressive and, inclusive of people is nothing clever about it, David, and that's why it's so sad to see how easily people fall for this sort of stuff. If it was 25 years ago, you would say, that's commendable. They're trying to spread a different message. Maybe it had an agenda behind it back then. I don't know. You'd have to ask me before I was born, I guess. But nowadays, this is not something that I say, good on them. This is very unique and clever.
But that's the thing though, Andrew. If this writer is being sincere as opposed to being facetious, the idea that we don't want another straight white savior, the idea that you're straight white male, again, I think it plays into this whole critical race theory that we see even appearing in elementary school. And I think it does everybody a disservice. The idea that if you're white, male, straight, you are privileged and you'll always be privileged and you have a lot of apologizing to do forever. And if you're a visible minority, you can never amount to anything because all the cards are stacked against you, even though there's so much evidence to prove, at least in the Western world, that is not the case. Again, I think it's almost, if this guy's serious about this, and I tend to think he might be, part of the indoctrination of progressivism, Marxism. That's how I feel.
I think that maybe the audience does want another straight white savior. This guy's Australian. He's printing something that's predominantly going to be read in the United States, another white country. I'd like to see the demographics of their audience at DC Comics. If they find that the Superman comic book is predominantly read by bisexual young boys or Japanese gay boys with pink hair, David Menzies, then maybe this is the right turn for them, and they're appealing to the right audience. No. But I would like to consider the fact that maybe, just maybe, people like Superman just the way he is, but maybe they're hiding under the guise of, oh, it's Superman's son, we're not actually changing anything.
Hey folks, that was an excerpt from my show, Rebel Roundup. Now, to get the full meal deal, why not go to Rebel News Plus, sign up, and never miss a Rebel News Plus show in the future.